Kang the Conqueror is a multiversal tyrant. The Darkhold is a magical and iniquitous book penned by the demonic elder god Chthon. Or was it? I present to you today evidence that may confirm a new theory that surfaced implying that Kang is the true author of the Darkhold in the MCU. Let's get into it! As we enter Phase 5, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has spent the majority of Phase 4 driving home the fact that the entire multiverse is now at risk with the looming threat of Kang the Conqueror. We have also seen the powers of the Darkhold and learned of its prophecies of the Scarlet Witch becoming the ruler of the multiverse. Now, this prophecy did not come true, as it appears that Wanda Maximoff has perished and Wundagore Mountain has been destroyed. However, perhaps this is what Kang wanted all along.
That's the gambit!
Is it possible that Kang, or He Who Remains, or possibly another Nathaniel Richards variant, knew of this prophecy? Could it be that Kang transcribed the entire Darkhold itself? Okay, before we get into that, let's draw out a little backstory of our own here. In the comics, Chthon is an elder god who wrote his evil works and spells on indestructible flesh, then stone, then parchment, and then labeled it the Darkhold, or the Book of Sin. Currently, the original Darkhold flesh is fused with the Scarlet Witch, as she has literally absorbed Chthon. In the MCU, Chthon is a demonic entity who prophesied the existence of the Scarlet Witch, and instead of flesh, he carved his knowledge onto the walls of Darkhold Castle. The Darkhold does exist as a book itself in the MCU, and as seen during Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Wanda had studied and used its powers to traverse the multiverse for nefarious reasons herself. But even before that, we had seen the Darkhold pop up multiple times, with multiple looks, across multiple shows and movies in the MCU since as far back as Phase 3, which we'll touch on more in a moment. And now that we are all caught up and refreshed, I bet you're wondering, why would this mean that Kang transcribed the Darkhold in the MCU rather than Chthon? Before I explain, if you have not yet, please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe buttons down below. If you don't do that, guys, Galactus is gonna come and eat this planet. So, okay, did you do it? Okay, good. So, first and foremost, as previously mentioned, in the MCU, it's not specified that Chthon wrote his experiences and spells into a book at all. It is specifically implied that he simply carved them into the walls atop Wundagore Mountain. And as I also said before, Chthon predicted the Scarlet Witch and how she would become the ultimate ruler of the universe, which did not happen. If Kang were to somehow know of this prophecy beforehand, surely he would have kept his eye on Wanda and taken steps to change or prevent this premonition from coming true. As explained by Janet Van Dyne in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Kang is pretty much capable of rewriting existence and shattering the timelines, and has been seemingly traveling across the multiverse for quite a while now. It's possible that one of Kang's variants, or the primary Conqueror himself, is the one who transcribed Chthon's teachings into the Darkhold book, changing the course of history along the way.
Yes! Yes!
To further back this up, circular inscriptions from the Darkhold have been seen in pictures and depicted in graphics during the Eternals and Loki, which deal with the beginning of time and the multiverse and other similar themes. These same glyphs and symbols have been seen on Ms. Marvel's Negabands and Shang-Chi's 10 Rings as well. It seems as though everything in Phase 4 has been connected in a way that has gone majorly undetected by most, and all ties back to Kang and the multiverse. I mean, if you were Kang and you were trying to conquer every timeline and you happened to hear about a witch that was prophesied by the elder gods as the eventual ruler of the multiverse, you would want to stop her too, wouldn't you?
Not on my watch!
I mean, I know I would, but I'm also not a supervillain, so what do I know? Regardless, it would not be surprising if some of Kang's powers are revealed to be derived from dark magic in the MCU, as they have made minor alterations to characters' abilities and backstories before in order to tie storylines together and better fit their narrative. As I touched on briefly before, the Darkhold has been popping up in the MCU for a while now. first appearing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, where Ghost Rider would eventually take the book to the Hell Dimension. We would see the Darkhold show up a second time alongside the Enchantress Morgan Le Fay in the Runaways series. The Runaways would ultimately trap Le Fay in the Dark Dimension using the Darkhold, and the next time we would encounter the Book of Sin is when Wanda retrieved it from Agatha Harkness during WandaVision. Now this is where things get even more interesting. See, both the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Runaways series deal with time travel and alternate universes. Not to mention the fact that these two series specifically have been theorized as taking place in different universes from the main Earth 616 for years now. Not only would this be the perfect opportunity to finally give fans closure and explain how these series connect to the bigger picture of the MCU, but it also makes perfect sense that the timeline and multiverse hopping Kang would be involved in all of these events, regardless of what universe they happened in. This could explain how the Darkhold could have gone from Ghost Rider to Morgan Le Fay to Agatha Harkness. Perhaps Kang has been retrieving the book and then placing it where he needs it to be in order to help him control the timelines. This could explain why it looks aesthetically different almost every time we see it also. It is quite possible that the Darkhold has been playing a key part in the Marvel Cinematic Universe this entire time. And that's our theory. Do you think that we're onto something? What are some of your theories involving Chthon and the Darkhold moving forward in the MCU? Let us know in the comments section below and enable notifications so you don't miss out on any chaotic comics content. See ya!